Most people chase. They chase attention, chase opportunities, chase people, and somehow, the harder they run, the more everything slips away. But what if I told you the real power isn't in chasing at all, it's in making others chase you? Think about it. The people with the most influence rarely run after anything. Opportunities seem to find them, people compete for their time, and doors open without them knocking. So what do they know that you don't? Because once you understand this, you stop being the hunter, and you become the one everyone is hunting for. And everything changes. There's a story about a young entrepreneur named Alex. He had a brilliant idea, a solid product, and endless energy. So he did what most people do. He chased investors. He sent hundreds of emails, pitched nonstop, and followed up aggressively. At first, it seemed like the right move. But slowly, something strange started happening. People stopped responding, meetings got canceled, and the more desperate he became, the less interested everyone else seemed. It felt like trying to grab water with his bare hands. The tighter he squeezed, the faster it slipped away. Then one day, frustrated and exhausted, Alex changed his approach. He stopped chasing. Instead of begging for meetings, he started sharing valuable insights publicly. He built a small but loyal audience, showcased results, and made his work visible without looking desperate. And something shifted. Investors started reaching out to him. People who ignored him before suddenly became interested. Meetings became easier, and conversations felt different. He wasn't pulling anymore, he was attracting. And without realizing it, Alex had stepped into a powerful principle, one that has been used by some of the most influential people in history. This idea is captured perfectly in Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Simple, but incredibly dangerous and incredibly effective. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. When you chase, you lose power, because chasing signals need, and need creates imbalance. The moment someone feels you want something from them more than they want something from you, they hold the advantage. Human psychology is wired in a very specific way. We value what feels scarce, we desire what feels just out of reach, and we respect what doesn't beg for attention. When you're always available, always reaching out, always trying to prove yourself, you lower your perceived value without even realizing it. But when you position yourself so others have to come to you, everything flips. You become selective, you become valuable, and you become powerful. And here's where most people fail. They misunderstand this law. They think it means doing nothing, waiting, or hoping. That's not power. That's passivity. The real secret lies in the bait. You don't chase, but you attract strategically. You create something that pulls people in, something they want, something they can't ignore. That's the game. In business, this could mean building a strong personal brand or showcasing results before asking for anything. Instead of begging for clients, you let your work speak so loudly that clients feel like they're chasing you. In relationships, it's about emotional independence. When you stop overgiving, stop over-texting, and stop trying to prove your worth, people start to feel your absence, and that absence creates curiosity. Not manipulation, but space, and in that space, attraction grows. In personal growth, it's about becoming someone valuable instead of trying to be seen as valuable. When your focus shifts from how do I get attention to how do I become undeniable, attention follows naturally. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Using this law requires discipline because your instincts will betray you. When you want something badly, your natural reaction is to chase it, to push harder, and to force outcomes. But power doesn't respond to force. It responds to positioning, and positioning requires patience. Now, let's talk about the darker side of this. Because this law isn't all clean and inspiring, it can be manipulative. Some people use it to control others. They create artificial scarcity, they play games, and they bait emotions just to gain power. And yes, it works, but it comes at a cost. Because when people realize they've been played, trust disappears, and without trust, power becomes fragile. So the real mastery of this law isn't just making people come to you, it's doing it without losing your integrity. It's about creating genuine value, not fake illusions. Because the strongest form of attraction isn't manipulation, it's authenticity combined with strategy, and that's rare. That's what makes it powerful. So the next time you feel the urge to chase, pause. Ask yourself what you are offering that makes people come to you, what value you are putting into the world that acts as bait, and most importantly, whether you are positioning yourself as someone to be pursued or someone who is always pursuing. Because once you understand this shift, you stop wasting energy on the wrong moves. You stop knocking on closed doors, and instead, you become the door everyone wants to walk through. That's power. If this made you see things differently, make sure you like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more content like this. Also, drop a comment below. What's one area in your life where you've been chasing too much, and what do you want to see next? Because sometimes the biggest shift in life isn't doing more, it's pulling back and letting the world come to you.